We're back with the Best of Believe Network Hour on Stadium. Do you believe?
We're back, baby. It's the charity stripe. Bet your free throws because they are free. Fisher, Snacks Crider, Best to Believe on Stadium, the charity stripe. Let's talk baseball.
Let's do it.
You know what we're going to go to? Ring the Bell. A Pause Pod. One of the shows you host, Born in Nazari and Heath Bell, the hilarious Heath Bell. We're also going to roll these clips, too, back to back.
Okay.
With the Jeffs. Jeff Balke, Jeff Blum.
Yeah.
Jeff with the
This
G.
could foreseeably be the World Series in 2023. Padres Astros. So look
that would be a lot of fun. Both shows are great. We love that over here on Believe. Balke, Blum, both these shows are talking about baseball expansion and realignment. So check these two clips out.
What are your thoughts on Charlotte getting an expansion team? I think Nashville's I think that's a shoe in there. I think that makes a ton of sense for a lot of reasons. Charlotte though? Really?
Charlotte, I mean, I remember playing minor league ball in Charlotte, and Charlotte, I remember they played in a stadium that was horrible. The next year they actually built a stadium, and they said if they had, I mean, gosh, this was 20 years ago. If you got enough fans and stuff, Major League Baseball was going to think about doing an expansion team out there. But I mean, they had good fans, but nothing crazy like Nashville, where I guess they weren't lying. But I don't like it. It's going to be like the Jaguars. They're going to be like decent until you find somebody, but not good. They'll be just a surprise team.
Yeah,
nobody's going to care about them.
I'd say screw Charlotte. Just go straight to Myrtle Beach and be the merman like Kenny Powers.
That or down. Daytona Beach, or I mean, just go to Vegas. Look at the Raiders. I'm not even a huge Raider fan, but I mean, look at was it the hockey team there has done great.
Yeah,
I think baseball would do awesome there too. Plus, they got a bunch of money to build whatever you want.
You were saying at the top of the show, though, before we hopped on, that it's going to be the last team, or the last league at least, to bring a team to Vegas. And I'm with you. I think they're going to get an NBA team first. I think that'll be the first domino. They got plenty of space to put that. And then baseball, because baseball is super conservative and, they're scared of the betting that you mentioned.
What do you think about realignment, Blummer? How do you feel about it? I know some people hate it.
Yeah, well, you just going on experience, and you're completely 100% right about the DH. Once you get that universal DH, all bets are off. Then you can realign, move guys. There's no such thing as interleague anymore, even though they're National League, American League. But it's just a homogenous game right now. Nobody has an advantage in either league. Yep. That being said, as a player, I played in the National League Central. I played in the National League West for a while, and I got to play in the and AL Central, and I played in pretty much everywhere. But the most fun I had and the best time I had was with the Houston Astros for obvious reasons. But at the same time, we were in the National League Central, so everything was up the middle of the country. We were in the same time zone. The furthest travel we had was maybe 2.5, 3 hours to Chicago and Milwaukee. That was about it. Some of our natural rival was the Texas Rangers, so that was a great trip. And we would do our West Coast swing, in the beginning of the year, end of the year. We'd do our East Coast swing, beginning of the year, end of the year, which wasn't tough because of where we're located down here in Southeast Houston. And it was beautiful. And now that I'm on the broadcast side, and since I've been a broadcaster in 2013, the Astros have moved to the American League West. And I have found that there are some absolutely freaky, awesome, diehard Astro fans that hang out with us until Astros After Dark on the West Coast, which I absolutely love because that's a unique crew.
It is.
But at the same time, I absolutely hate knowing that we are starting a game at 9 o'clock Central Time for the Houston Astro fans.
Gotta love two former Padres giving their takes on Best to Believe.
We love it. Okay, so are you for the realignment and the expansion?
I would not be for that realignment because I think that's putrid, and I think it looks too much like the NFL, and it'd be ridiculous to take AL teams, put them in the AL, and put NL teams and put them in the AL and vice versa. That would just screw over all of the history.
You put your right foot. A lot of hokey
Sure. However, I'm always down to add more teams. If they could do it in a way where they maintain the alignment of what we have going on, then I'm okay with that,
You guys bring up Vegas in your show.
Yeah.
They also bring up Vegas in theirs. They bring up the idea of the A's going from Oakland to Vegas.
Well, that's the ideal move.
I mean, I think we should call a spade here, or David Spade a David Spade.
I think it's inevitable to happen at some point within the next 10 years. I think it's just a matter of the MLB approving it.
We got to get rid of the Oakland A's. Make them the Vegas A's.
Yeah.
Let it happen.
Or the Vegas Aces.
They have that already.
So
the baseball Vegas Aces, the Vegas Spades, Vegas Hearts.
Yep.
The Vegas Casino. No, the Vegas A's is cool. Oakland's done. We've proven that Vegas the athletes can handle it.
Yeah.
And we as fans can handle it.
Well, I mean, I guess the Raiders, I don't know. There's definitely been a lot of trouble that have happened.
He would have done that anywhere.
Yeah, no, I get it. I understand. I think, yes, the athletes can handle it. The fans can handle it. It brings a lot of revenue. If that ownership, wants to make more money and wants to fill more seats, then that's definitely the logical move because they're lowest in attendance every single year, right? They're not a competitive ball club. They're constantly getting rid of all their players, even their managers on the Padres now through trade. So, yeah, I mean, this is the logical step for that organization. In terms of just expansion in general, a team going to Vegas sounds pretty likely. Nashville's not bad. Not really into the Charlotte thing. Doesn't make a ton of sense.
Charlotte, it's an up-and-coming city.
It is, but Austin, Texas, for a time, was the largest city in the United States that did not have a professional sports team until they got the Austin Timbers, right, the MLS team. And I still would say it's the biggest city in the United States that does not have a professional Big 3 or Big 4, right? So they have the Round Rock Express, which is about 20 to 15 minutes outside of the Austin city limits, right? And it's one of the top minor league systems in all of baseball. For a while, it was the Astros, and then I think it's now back to the Rangers minor league, AAA.
Okay.
So, they've got a solid foundation out there and just baseball culture in the greater Austin area. And, when I'm talking about greater Austin, I'm talking about the city of Austin. I'm talking about Round Rock, Georgetown, Cedar Park, Pflugerville,
you don't have to
New
sell me on it.
Braunfels,
Like,
even teams from San Antonio.
We've seen how the people of Austin have responded to our baseball team and the soccer team.
Yep.
I mean, talk about
McConaughey embodies that team. He's got partial ownership in that. Like, imagine just the gravity and the pull of just the people in the city that encapsulate Austin. I mean, and getting like a professional baseball team there.
Yeah, and we know Austin ain't shy of building. They love building buildings down in Austin.
They do.
And we could call it the Austin Bats.
That's exactly what I would call it.
Double entendre.
Exactly.
Like
bats and bats.
Yeah, and all black. That'd be cool. And
get a Batman
I like
appearance.
Nashville. The what?
Getting a Batman appearance, every Friday night.
The Dark Knight. Yeah. Matt Harvey's like.
Or we get the Shining Light, the Batman spotlight for night games in the sky.
Expansion.
Be so dope.
Nashville Groove.
Okay.
Something a little different. No S at the end. I like that. I would love to bring the Expos back, but that could be. I'm cool with them being nostalgic.
Sure.
Portland has been tossed around.
Hey, you know what? Here's another idea as well. I mean, we've got a team in Toronto, Canada. It's not the National Baseball League. It's Major League Baseball, right? Mexico City.
Mexico. You've been a huge proponent of Mexico City getting some kind of team.
For sure. And they're playing a series in Mexico City this year, Giants-Padres in late April.
I would love that. And I honestly think a lot of the Hispanic players would love that too.
Over 20 million people in the city of Mexico City.
I think people would want to play there. They'd flock there. You'd feel comfortable playing
there. The only knock, and I mean knock, pun intended, is that their elevation there is higher than anything that we've ever seen in professional sports. It's like, I think, twice as high or 3 times as high as Colorado.
Oh, my God.
So the ball is really going to fly there.
Well, Judge.
Yeah, go for 80.
Go for 80 in Mexico City. I think that'd be awesome. The realignment thing, I don't hate it. First of all, I do want to say, do not break up, before we close the segment, do not break up the American League or the National League. I'm such a baseball purist. We need that.
Right.
Given. I saw in the graphic that you, Borna, and Heath used, there was like a division of like the Charlotte and/or Nashville team with the Orioles and the Nationals.
And the Pirates.
And I would literally rather throw up on myself at public transportation.
It's like the American Conference or Conference USA in college football. It's like, why do I?
Oh yeah, I'd rather vomit on myself in public than watch that division of baseball.
And you've done that.
And I've done that. Yeah.
You'll do it again.
And I will do it again in order.
Not even scared.
No, I'm not afraid to do it again if it means us not getting that division of baseball. But that would be terrible. But the other divisions look kind of cool. Y'all's did the Sox, the Yanks, the Mets, the Phillies. So I think as long as they align it where there's big market teams spread throughout, again with no cap room in baseball, I think it'd be a lot of fun.
No cap.
No cap. All right. No cap. We'll be back. Fisher, Snacks, Kreider. Best to Believe on Stadium. We're the charity stripes. See you guys in just a hot second.
Hang tight. We'll be right back in just a second with some more great Believe content on Stadium.